What's up, guys? We're live. We have first card of the year. This Saturday, we got Giga Chikadze versus Calvin Kattar. I was supposed to go live at 8:30, but I wanted to watch the end of that football game. What a good game, dude. I had a bet on Alabama, but I'm not even mad, honestly. I'm really big on football and UFC, but college football, I don't really watch that much. But when I saw the Alabama or the Dogs, I had to, put a little money on them. But yeah, dude. Enough with college football. That's probably my. I think that might have been my only bet I've ever done ever on college football. So 0-1, gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna stick what I do best, which is UFC. So yeah, it's a good card, man. Yeah, people were bitching about this card and all that stuff. I feel like every UFC card has opportunities. And having that month break, in my opinion, sucks. So I'm glad we have UFC back. Let me check the chat real quick, and we'll dive right into this card. We have 11 fights. I think we might have a couple more fights added. We'll see. But yeah, what's up, Brian? Yeah, we'll talk about who I got in the main event later. Z, what up? Noah, the buys the Wednesday shit. Yeah, man, we can talk about that. I mean, honestly, I don't think JP Buys is really. He's probably one of the worst fighters in the division. DeWitt's an ugly dude. I don't know what Cheyenne's doing. Talking to him, but yeah, we'll see, man. What happens with Cheyenne and all that stuff? I mean, that's just drama. I could care less about any of that stuff. Z, it's a good card. It's not a bad card. It's a good card for me because we have UFC, man. I'm gonna watch every fight. There's about two bets I'm thinking about. Two bets I'm gonna make. I'm gonna go big on one tomorrow, and then wait on another one and get down. So it's funny because I'm an underdog better. I like betting my dogs, but this card, I'm picking mostly favorites. There's a few dogs I'm picking, but we'll talk about it later. So, what's up, 2 cents? Salute, salute. First fight of the night, we got the stripper, I believe. We got Vanessa Demopoulos versus Silvana Gomez Juarez. So kind of a funny story about the stripper. So I went to go. What was it? I forget what card it was. Was it the McGregor? Yeah, it was McGregor Poirier, the last one. I went to the weigh-ins at T-Mobile out in Vegas, and me and Guru, I actually went with him and a couple other buddies. Me and Guru were walking in the parking garage after the weigh-in, and we ran into Demopoulos. We didn't talk to her, but I mean, Guru was like, "Hey, that stripper used to fight in the Contender Series." Or that girl over there, do you recognize her, the stripper? I'm like, oh, yeah, I remember her because everyone was talking about there's a stripper on Contender Series and all that stuff. Anyways, this is a low-level fight. I mean, battle of the jobbers. I mean, Juarez, I believe, is – I think she's like, what, 37 years old? I don't even know if I wrote this shit down. It's just one of those low-level fights I could care less about, but I got to make a pick. Anyways, I think Juarez is 37. I think Demopoulos is – hold on real quick, guys. All right, so we got Demopoulos 6-4, 33. Former LFA champ, she's 1-3 in her last 4 fights. She's kind of a grappler, has good jiu-jitsu, good pressure. And then you got Juarez, who's 4 years older, another grappler. These are both two grapplers fighting each other. She's 1-3 or 3-1 in her last 3 fights. So I mean, fights like these, I kind of want to go with the dog because it's a low-level fight. They're both, two grapplers, so they're probably going to strike. And the dog in this fight is actually Juarez, but she's 4 years older. I mean, she looked like shit last fight. I think Demopoulos might have the better wrestling here. And on the feet, she showed enough against Aldrich that I think could get her the win here. So I'm going to go with Demopoulos, the stripper here. Yeah, it's one of those fights I could care less about from a betting perspective. from a pick, I'll go with Demopoulos here. I think she's minus 130. It's a pick 'em for a reason. Not confident at all. This is one of the worst fights in the card. So next fight up, we got Brian Kelleher versus Said Yakov Kakramonov. So yeah, man, that kid he fought his debut on short notice against Trevin Jones and went out there and submitted Trevin Jones in the third round, man. I mean, that was pretty impressive. This is a really interesting matchup because Kelleher is definitely the vet here. Kelleher is 7-5 in the UFC. He's a veteran, like I mentioned. He's a finisher, good guillotine. His striking's improved. He has good boxing. He's 2-2 in his last 4. Good cardio, good movement. The thing, in this fight, which we'll be talking about a lot, is that Kakhramonov has a 9-year, youth advantage. I like that a lot. I think that he has a better grappling. I feel like he can submit Kelleher pretty easily. I think that he can take down Kelleher. It's just watch out for that guillotine. Kelleher's been tapped out let's see here, 10 times. Wait, no, that's wrong. Hold on. I wrote it down. 6 losses. Okay, so he's been summoned 6 times. I think that Kakramonov has a speed advantage, so this is a good fight, man. It's an interesting fight because I think Kelleher probably has, he has some good boxing. He's pretty technical. Probably has more power, but I think that Kakramonov is a little more technical. He's the faster dude, and I feel like he has a better grappling here. So it's definitely a close fight. I see a lot of people picking the dog here in Kelleher. He has more experience and stuff, but I kind of like what I saw from Kakhramonov in the Contender Series. Going out there, I know he missed weight, but going out there and, finishing Trevin Jones in that third round, pretty impressive. So I think he has the ground advantage. I feel like he has a good right hand. He has a speed advantage. He has a youth advantage. I'm going to go with him here. Possibly tapping out Brian Kelleher. If he doesn't tap him out, I see him winning a decision. So I'll go with Kakramonov here. Next fight, Dakota Bush versus we'll go Slava Klaus, Borshchev. Yeah, man, this is an interesting fight. I'm not a big parlay guy. I thought about making a parlay on this card, and one of the legs is in this fight right here, but I'm not going to do it. There are some red flags. I actually bet on Chris Duncan in Contender Series last fight, and he got smoked. He had his moments. I mean, the thing with Borshchev is, his striking's really, really good. I mean, he has a huge advantage here, man, on the feet. Dakota Bush's striking doesn't even come close. And the fact that Dakota Bush went out there and got out-grappled by a striker is pretty embarrassing. If you watch all Dakota Bush's fights in the regional scene, all his losses against, are basically he gets out-grappled. And he has a grappling background. That's the thing. That's the one thing that scares me off for Borshchev. But I feel like he strikes more in his fights, and I don't even think his grappling background is enough to beat Borshchev. He can maybe get Borshchev down, but Borshchev trains a team alpha male. He's putting in work with those great guys over there, and I think this is a mismatch in the feet. I think this guy has really good striking. I was very impressed with him on Contender Series. I think that he could win a lot of fights in this division. He's a big dude for the division. Great movement, man. Good jab, good leg kicks, good right hand. This kid's boxing is really good, dude. I mean, if you watch the fight in the Contender Series, you're like, whoa. And this guy's a lot of over 100 fights, man. And what is it? Kickboxing. I mean, dude, Borshchev is more volume. I just think that he's way better on the feet. Huge speed advantage here. Like I mentioned, train a team alpha male. All that work's gonna definitely, get him ready for this fight. To go to push, in my opinion, 0-1 UFC. Not really impressive at all. I'm gonna go with my boy Slava Klaus here, and I'm gonna go with the finisher. Next fight, we got TJ Brown, Gabriel Benitez. Interesting fight because I feel like Brown could win this fight, man. He really could, but I mean, the guy is arguably 0-3 in the UFC. He has a path to victory. I mean, he has the wrestling advantage for sure. It's just the dude's chin sucks. And it's kind of weird. He's never been knocked out in the UFC. He gets hurt every fight. Um, Benitez, 6-5 in the UFC, got absolutely dominated last fight. Could have taken a life-changing beating, but he's 2 years older. He's a lot better on the feet. He's definitely has a striking advantage. What do you say? Your boy, you bet against him last time. He's my boy, Justin. I don't even know who you're talking about, Z. Let me know. Anyways, who, Billy Q? I bet on Billy Q last fight. But anyways, more on this matchup. TJ Brown goes out there and gets taken down by strikers like against Danny Chavez. But I mean, I don't think Benitez is going to take him down. This is a pure striker versus grappler matchup. I'm going to go Brown with the wrestling advantage. I got Benitez with the striking advantage. Both these guys slow down. I think Benitez has the better cardio. Benitez is more durable. I mean, nasty leg kicks, good boxing. It's just the guy's takedown defense. I mean, we've seen holes in his game. That's how Bill Q beat him. There's quite a bit. Jason Knight's taking him down. So Brown's a grappler for sure, but I mean, it's just hard to trust him, dude. So I'm gonna go with Benitez. I think he cracks that shin, finishes his TJ Downtown Brown. All right, guys. Next fight, we got Brahimaj, Court McGee. This is one of the fights that I want to play. I'm waiting on the line right now because right now it's a pick up -115. I really want to get plus money on Brahimaj. I see a lot of people picking Court McGee. One of my main reasonings behind Brahimaj here is kind of we touched on earlier is the youth, dude. I mean, the dude's 8 years younger. This dude's hungry, man. Court McGee's 37, dude. And he's at the end of his career. I get it. He beat Claudio Silva last fight, but let's be honest. And I bet on Claudio Silva. Let's be honest. Claudio Silva's, dude's like 45 years old. He's not 45, but I mean, he's old as fuck. Brahimaj's 29. He's in his prime. He's a young, hungry killer. No, he's not a killer. Let me take that back. He's a young, hungry, up and coming guy. And just because he lost to Max Griffin, I feel like a lot of people, were down on this guy. And Max Griffin's, a good fighter. Max Griffin would dominate fucking Court McGee. This is a totally different matchup. And there are advantages for Court McGee in this fight, but I just think that the youth for Brahimaj, and besides that, I think that he's the faster dude. I feel like that Brahimaj has the better grappling. I think he can get takedowns here. I mean, Court McGee, dude, I know, he has a grappling background on that, but I mean, his takedown defense is, 59 or something like that? Hold on. So it's 64, but I mean, Claudio Silva took him down once. You got Sean Brady twice. You got Alex Garcia once. Will Flair 4 times. Sean Strickland 3 times. So I think McGee's more technical. I think McGee has a little more volume, but Brahimaj, man, has a good right hand. He has more power. McGee gets hurt every fight. Like I said, he's a tough dude. He's been knocked out once, but every fight he gets hurt. And Brahimaj can crack, especially early. I think McGee has good cardio for sure, but I mean, dude, Brahimaj hasn't fought in a very long time. He took a long way off after his last win. He smoked Sasha, and I feel like his pace and his strike, is going to improve. He's training to force MMA, dude. I mean, this guy's going to improve. I feel like every fight. And just because he lost to Griffin, he didn't even shoot in that fight. He tried to strike with him the whole fight. He's very relentless too. And if you watch his last fight against Sasha, he shot right away, and he's a pressure fighter just like Court McGee. Man, everyone's picking him here, dude. I don't get it. I can't pick Court McGee, dude. I have to just fade the guy. The guy is 2-5 in his last 7. This has a lot to do with the fate on Court McGee. But I mean, I got the guy that's 8 years younger. I got the guy that has the better ground game, has better grappling. He's all of his wins by submission. I mean, this guy could 100% give Court McGee his first submission loss, and it's not even about that. I mean, he could go out there and win a decision. I mean, would it shock anyone? Like, would it shock me? Not really. I mean, this guy's young. He's been putting in the work. I mean, I guarantee you the guy's pace and his striking or his cardio is going to look a little better here. and he could get a TKO on the mat. I mean, like I mentioned, he has, more power on the feet. He has a good right hand. He has a good straight left. So I got to go with Brahimaj here. I like the youth, like I mentioned. I like the grappling advantage. I think that he can go out there and take down Court McGee, hold him down, and possibly get him out of there. Yes, if this fight goes late, I agree McGee has the bit of cardio, but I mean, when's the last time McGee's finished anybody? I think Brahimaj early is just going to be a problem, and I really think I'm really strong about this, but I really, really think that Brahimaj is going to hand McGee his first submission loss. Possibly he can pound him out, but I got to go Brahimaj here. I'm going to go with the upset, and I'm waiting for the dog money, but I'm going to go with the younger fighter, the hungry fighter, and I got Brahimaj. So, yeah, just pay attention to my Twitter and stuff because that's one of the guys I want to bet. The next fight, we got Jamie Pickett versus Joseph Holmes. So, this is a fight that I will be betting on 100% sure. I'm going to go really big on him, actually. Going to place the bet tomorrow. This is probably my most confident pick of the night. And if you guys know me, you guys know that I'm a big underdog bettor and all this stuff. But, I will play favorites if I think the line, should be, way worse. And Joseph Holmes should be probably about minus 300 in my opinion. I think that Joseph Holmes is a very good play here. I've seen quite a few people picking Jamie Pickett. I just don't see it. I think this is a really good spot here, man, for Joseph Holmes. This guy's 7-1. He's 26 years old. He trains, the Glory Kickboxing, Glory MMA with James Krause. He fought in Contender Series 7-0 in amateurs. His only loss was, his debut in March 2019. I mean, the funny thing is, I see a lot of people saying Holmes sucks. I'm actually pretty impressed with this guy. I think that he's going to go far, man. I think this guy can win a lot of fights, man, in the division. He's really green. That's the only thing, the red flag. But you look at Pickett, he's an 80-inch reach. That's what's like, oh, God, this guy's reach is huge. He's going to have a big reach. Holmes has 80-inch reach. So, I mean, I think Holmes, his ground game is really good. He just got his brown belt. Good ground game. Definitely has a big advantage here on the mat. Can get takedowns. I think he can submit Pickett. But then again, look at this guy's striking. Striking's good too, dude. He got a knockout last fight, obviously against a jobber. And I will admit, yeah, he hasn't really beaten or fought anybody. But I mean, Pickett's hasn't really beaten anybody either. Pickett's 1-2 Contender Series, 1-2 in UFC. He's the bottom of the division. He's a jobber in my opinion. I mean, he got knocked out against Jordan Wright. He beat Starpoli, probably the worst fight I've ever seen in my entire life. And Starpoli's a complete jobber. He lost to Tafwan, pretty much got dominated. He got subbed against Charles Bird. I mean, this dude's been subbed, I think, twice. He gets taken down a lot, too. I mean, Patti, the dude that got knocked out against Holmes, took him down. Sarpoli took him down. Soriano 3 times. Burns 1. So I actually think that Holmes is better on the feet. I think Holmes is better on the mat. I got the speed advantage for Holmes. He has good body kicks, good right hand. 7 years younger. That's what I like, my youth. I go with the youth a lot. I like going with the younger fighter. He's a finisher, 5 wins by sub, 2 wins by KO. I'll be making this bet tomorrow, guys. I'm going pretty big on Joseph Holmes. I like him here, man. I think he finishes Jamie Pickett early. If Jordan Wright can go out there and knock this guy out, I don't see how Joseph Holmes can't. But I think Joseph Holmes can KO him or submit him. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm pretty high on this guy. I think this guy's going to go win a good amount of fights in the UFC. I think he's a talented prospect. He went out there and looked good at Contender Series, didn't get signed. What do? Go out there and knock out the guy right after that in the first round. He's a huge dude. He just turned 26, and he's training, with James Krause every single day. I like what I see, man. I'm not high on Jamie Pickett at all. I think he has very low volume. He has decent boxing. He's backed up too much. No ground game. I got the guy that has, 7 years of the youth. I got the guy that has the speed advantage. I got the guy that has a cardio advantage. I got the guy that has a striking advantage. I got the guy that has a grappling advantage. I mean, give me Joseph Holmes here all day in this fight. I'm going to go with a first-round submission. I don't know what you guys are seeing in Jamie Pickett. Next fight, we got Joe Anderson Brito versus Bill Aljo. I actually just taped this fight recently. Was it this morning? I see a lot of people actually picking Aljo in this fight too. I don't see it, man. I got to go with Brito. Brito, man, is a pretty good prospect. He's 26 years old. He's 6 years younger than Aljo. He has a huge grappling advantage here. Bill Aljo has kind of a non-existent takedown defense. Spike took him down 4 times. You got Ricardo Hamas took him down 8 times. You got Lamas 5 times. Spike just, pretty much gasses every fight. Hamas beat him with the grappling. Lamas grappling. Aljo has good movement and good striking on the feet, but Brito can crack too, man. He's a finisher for a reason. Brito, man, has very, very good weight kicks, good pressure. BJJ brown belt, good straight left. Knocked out Jose Mariscal in the regional scene with that good straight left. I think Brito's pretty much better everywhere too in this fight, man. Aljo's, no slouch. I wouldn't call him a jobber by any means. He has a good jab. He has good striking, but he has 55% takedown offense. And yeah, he's a black belt and all that, but he's not submitting Brito off his back. If Lopez can't submit him from Contender Series, I don't think Aljo can. So I'm going to go with Brito here with the win. Now I'm getting hungry because I said Brito. Next fight, Battle of the Jobbers, Chase Sherman, Jake Colier. This is one of those fights where I feel like I want no part of. It's a slobber knocker, 2 low-level heavyweights. Sherman, I think, is the younger guy, right? He's more in shape. Collier probably has a bit of cardio because Sherman gasses. But, dude, this is one of those fights where I think I'm going to go with the dog. I'm going to go with Chase Sherman. I think Chase Sherman has good leg kicks. I think Chase Sherman has power. And, he has moments in his fights. He fucking looked pretty good against Andre and then just gassed. Porter beat him, but Porter's no slouch. It's just really hard backing anyone in this fight. I'll go with the dog. I'll go with Chase Sherman with the close win. Next fight, Brandon Royval, Rogerio Bontorian. Good fight. Yeah, man. It's just one of those fights where, Royval, his fucking pace and his pressure is just really good. And I feel like he could cause problems for a lot of guys in this division. He kind of has non-existent takedown offense, but he has a great ground game. And I know Bontorian has a BJJ black belt as well. It kind of cancels it out. Even if Bontorian takes down Royval, I think Royval could, reverse. I actually think Royval has the advantage on the mat. And on the feet, Bontorian has a good pressure game, good right hand, but he's chinny, man. And I think Royval can crack, man. It's a close fight. A lot of people picking the dog here. I don't want to pick against Royval, man. I feel like this guy is he's pretty good, dude. So I'm going to go with Royval. Co-main event, Chikadze and Jennifer Maia. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I think this fight's going to go kind of like the first fight. So I'll go with Chikadze again here. Not confident at all. Main event of the evening, Giga Chikadze versus Calvin Kattar. Yeah, I got Giga Chikadze here. I think Giga Chikadze's, I don't know if I want to say this, because Volkanovski is such a good champ, but Giga Chikadze could be the guy that beats him. This guy's striking is legit. Very good kicks, very good boxing. The only thing in this fight, I feel like, is that the cardio. But I feel like he's going to put a beat down on Kattar so bad in this fight. So even if, Kattar survives, maybe wins the last round, it's going to be hard. Kattar has a very good chin, but all that damage to last fight, it's only going to add up. I think that he can get KO'd here. He has good boxing, a good right hand, but Giga's the better fighter, man. I just think the Giga's going to hurt him bad of the body. I can't pick against Giga Chikadze right now, and I don't know if a lot of people are picking him here by finish, but I got Giga Chikadze by finish. So let me do my picks real quick. All right, guys, so picks. So we got Giga Chikadze, we got Chikadze, we got Royval, we got Sherman, we got Brito, we got Holmes, we got Brahimaj, we got Benitez, we got Borshchev, we got Kakhramonov, and then we got the stripper Demopoulos. If another fight gets added, I'll break it down. Next week we got 270. I'm going to that card. So if anyone listening to this is going to that card, let me know, man. We'll get a beer and we'll cash and bets together because that's a very good card. I cannot wait to tape that card. I've looked at a couple fights so far, we'll be talking about that one shortly. But yeah, for bets wise, I like Joseph Holmes and I like Brahimaj. I'm kind of just waiting right now on the line for Brahimaj, but I'm probably going to be hitting Joseph Holmes really soon. He was minus 135, and then he got shot to 160. So just pay attention. Just look at my bet MMA and bro picks and Twitter and all that. But those are my two people that I'll be betting on. So if I just bet on Holmes, I'll let you guys know. Look at my Twitter. But thanks guys for coming in. Sorry that I'm keeping this kind of fast. I'm pretty fucking tired right now. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. First card of the year. Let's go. Excited. There is some tape on Brito out there on the regional scene. So, all right.